Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another Dragon Ball video, but before we get started, I actually want to talk to you guys about today's sponsor, which happens to consist of our friends over at HalusaTwin again. So something really cool just happened and I was actually invited to test their new character Labby before her release. Now, first of all, the one thing that I love right away is that Labby has her own story that's independent from the main storyline of the game. She also has 3 different designs that come with a few different options when it comes to attacking. Along with her own starting area and lore backing her, Labby also has a much faster leveling progression than normal, which I personally found to be amazing because, and this pretty much goes for any game nowadays, but one of the biggest turnoffs a game can have is being too grindy for too long when you first start. So the faster leveling progression is definitely a feature I'm sure new players will enjoy, as well as the designs for the monsters that she encounters that are based off of Chinese mythology, which is interesting enough because I actually used to be obsessed with mythology when I was younger. But if you guys want to check out HalusaTwin, be sure to click the link down below in the description and also in the comment section. But without further ado, with the introduction of Broly into the Dragon Ball Super timeline, it seems that there may be room for a lot of things from Dragon Ball in the past to make a return. With Broly possessing a new Zaru-based power-up, one can only hope that maybe someday the Super Saiyan 4 transformation might make an official appearance in the main timeline. I mean, with things like Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue, and Ultra Instinct, it does seem like Super is already loaded with transformations, but what if Goku and Vegeta were to explore their primal Saiyan power even further in the future? Luckily, however, young Gigi has given us his interpretation on just what exactly would happen if the GT and Superverse were to collide. This is a story called Dragon Ball vs. Dream Match, and when we last left off, after his battle with Goku from the main timeline, Goku Black is somehow warped into another universe, the GT timeline. Right away, he notices that something is off because in his world, he had already killed many people, but before he can do the same here, Goku shows up. Now, as we already know, in this timeline, Beerus and Whis never came to Earth, so Goku and the Z-Fighters never have that true experience with God Ki up until this point. However, with every evolution Goku took on, Goku Black evolved as well, and eventually, after being pushed into a corner by the Super Saiyan 4 transformation, Goku Black awakens the Super Saiyan Rose form. But just as he was evolving from fighting each form of Goku that was stronger than the last, Goku evolves as well, and this is the Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan 4 transformation. Goku Black is shocked at this new form Goku has taken on, as this new flame-like aura surrounds his body, much like his does. Weirdly enough, however, Goku says that he felt as if he always had this power within him, but when he actually got a hint of it for the first time, he felt like he could tap into it. Black says that his ki is absolutely amazing, and he even starts to question if this is the same Goku that he fought before he was ripped to wherever this place is. Goku charges him, and with the speed and power of the Super Saiyan 4 form mixed with Divine Ki, he's able to move faster than Black can follow and catches him off guard. After a short barrage of attacks, Goku Black is finally able to get back on the offensive and the two start to clash. However, it's still apparent that Goku may have the slight upper hand here, as he says that it seems like there's no end to his power, and he was unaware that such strength even existed in the first place. Black says that it seems that Goku's power is much different from what he's seen before. He says that, to put it simply, Goku hasn't become a complete god yet, and then he goes on to explain that when you become a god, the body gets covered with this godly flame-like aura, but the user can also make full use of this power to its maximum potential as well. Goku thanks Black for introducing him to such an amazing unknown power, but he says that even though this strength he possesses now may not be close to a god's, he doesn't feel nearly as powerless as he once did before. Now, it's time to truly see which evolution between these two Gokus is the greatest. And as these two get ready for their final encounter, both of them can't help but smirk. As the two clash with power never before seen in this dimension, Vegeta, who is nearby, can only look on in amazement as the two seem to be evolving as the battle goes on even further. At this point, they seem evenly matched as every clash is more powerful than the last, but Goku has reached the pinnacle of Saiyan potential, and now having experienced the God Ki on top of that, his potential is skyrocketed to a point that not even Goku Black was prepared for, as he starts to dodge every attack that Black throws at him, and then he sends him flying into the ground. But he ends it anywhere close to defeat as Black creates a giant Ki sphere from the ground below, and then he tosses it at Goku. This attack is on a much more massive scale than anything Goku has previously encountered, so it takes him off guard at first. He's able to hold off the attack, but it starts to not look too well for him as the Ki blast starts to push him back slowly. But this is when Goku is able to tap into an even deeper power within, and he kicks the energy ball into the sky. Black is in shock at how powerful Goku has become, but this fight isn't over yet, and Goku appears behind him in the blink of an eye. And then he begins to dominate the fight once again. Looking to finish this now, Goku prepares a 10 times Kamehameha and fires with such dangerous power. He hits Goku Black with a direct attack, and the beam seems to engulf him along with a huge explosion, and even Vegeta is convinced that this battle is over now. However, Goku Black survives. Not without worry nonetheless though, as he says that it's inconceivable how a mere mortal could disgrace a god such as himself like this. But then, with a rejuvenated drive to evolve even further, he tells Goku that it's time that they finish this once and for all. As he charges in for an attack, it would seem that this is indeed the final round as both fighters are expending all of their energy in this last ditch effort to best the other. As the two clash, the force of their power begins to shake the dimension as Vegeta is frozen in astonishment at what he's witnessing. However, Goku always has just a little more push than his opponents as he bears the reliance of everyone he must save on his shoulders, and after sending Black flying with a punch, Goku attacks with a full-powered Dragon Fist explosion. He lands a direct hit on Black and sends him soaring across the earth. But this is when something shocking happens, as that last attack has completely exhausted all of Goku's energy, and as we see him feel a sharp change within, he transforms back into his child form. Timing couldn't be any worse either, as that last attack still wasn't enough to kill Black for good, and as the smoke clears, we see that he's pretty beat as well, but he does survive. And when he flies back over to Goku, he says that it looks like their battle has come to an end, as his only goal was to draw out the power that was dwelling inside of him. He says that they should call it a day now, as he has this new power and there's something that he still needs to do. And as the time ring on his finger begins to gleam, he tells Goku how much fun of a battle that just was and bids him farewell before returning to another timeline. When Vegeta approaches, the one thing that he obviously wants to know the most is just what was that form that Goku just showed in that battle? And this is when Goku informs him of what Black explained to him as God Ki. Much like what happened in the main timeline when Goku performed the Super Saiyan God ritual successfully for the first time, it would seem that he was able to actually absorb the God Ki for himself. However, in this case, he absorbed it from Goku Black. But unfortunately, he says that he doesn't know if he'll ever be able to tap into that power again. After their battle, Goku Black goes to Future Trunks' timeline and waits for Goku and Vegeta to arrive from the past. When they do arrive, Vegeta shows him the Super Saiyan Blue form for the first time, which, in theory, should have completely shocked Black since this would be his first encounter with this transformation, as Trunks says as well. But Black just claps in sarcasm. After purposely taking a beating by Vegeta, Goku Black decides that it's time to test out his new powers on his true enemies, and he transforms into the Super Saiyan Rose, which he names accordingly in the next panel. That's gonna do it for this one, guys. I hope you all enjoyed as usual. This, unfortunately, is the last installment in the Super Saiyan 4 Goku vs. Goku Black series. So a huge shout out and thank you to Young Gigi for such an amazing work of art. If you guys want to check it out and read it for yourselves, it will be linked down below in the description box as always. A little bit off topic, but I know we have a ton of gamers in our community over here. So for you guys, I have a Dragon Ball Legends video or possibly a stream coming very soon. So make sure you guys have your notifications on for that so you don't miss it. Also, for anybody that wants to check out L Sword and their new character Labby, link will be down below in the description box to download and start playing if you want to check it out. But anyways, have a great day, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye guys.